When we look at construction sites, a traditional take, make, waste approach is often adopted. This way of working needs to be replaced. The building sector can make great improvements by applying circular solutions. Companies like BC Materials and Sonian Wood Co-op are rethinking our way of building. They provide circular alternatives by retaining resources and reusing materials. They outgrew their current workplace and will move to the Vandecasteele site in Brussels. This promising environment will evolve a lot in the coming years. BC Materials and Sonian Wood support the same philosophy and can benefit from collaboration. The focus of the project is to make a real circular hub where they can thrive. Creating a more extensive network of like-minded people is the final goal. To guide and accommodate the move to the Vandecasteele site, different stages are set out. These phases help to realize an easy and realistic transition, working towards a long-term solution. The first 3 stages are characterized by a low-budget but high design approach. The project continues to grow along with the involved companies. Further development is possible according to future needs. Typically, the first step in a building project is to pour concrete foundation. This usually generates a lot of non-reusable material, especially here on site, where the load-bearing capacity of the soil is limited. A system of Clercq tiles and Lege blocks creates a reversible alternative. This solution is flexible and becomes the conceptual foundation of the design. A gap within the strips is made to create a central axis for utilities. Beneath the hardening, an infiltration system is placed. The foundation's dimensions are based on conventional portal frames measurements. This creates a flexible base for a variety of future structures. With the foundations laid out, the first structures are put up along the sides. The existing shed of BC Materials will be moved from across the street. Only vital functions are accommodated, leaving enough workspace in the center. This is a first step in the gradual transition. To further transform this site into a thriving hub, more activity must be generated. Additional sheds are constructed in the center to create a productive core. In between, a central corridor appears, linking the workshop spaces. To ensure a good working environment, within a tight budget, limited heated spaces are created. Therefore, discarded office containers will be refurbished and placed in the shed. The result is a diverse landscape of reused portal structures that maintain a uniform appearance. This doesn't exclude other possible configurations, but will depend on needs and availability. At this point, a more pleasant green space is also an investment worth making. It aspires to be a compatible addition to the surrounding recreational space. A scaffolding structure is set up close to the Anne-Sophie. The built-in benches allow to give lectures, enjoy lunch outdoors, or could be used for small events. Such a structure can be quickly dismantled or transformed, so it doesn't limit future developments. An appealing outdoor space is a great way to attract people towards the site. In addition to this, a cooperation with the neighborhood is set up with a day-evening operation. After hours, a part of the wood and metal workshop can be opened to the community. This concludes the first 3 phases, which will take place on a short-term basis. A hard industrial site and a soft semi-public site take form and come together within the central axis. With the industrial function settled, heated volumes are added to complete the program. The formal expression of this building resembles the previously constructed sheds. This new addition is connected to the existing industrial parts by a covered courtyard. The provided spaces, including a lecture room, a showroom, and offices, enable a synergy among the companies. One possible configuration is now developed according to the current wishes and demands. If we look even further ahead, a lot of possibilities for further expansion remain. Additional offices or the replacement of the BC shed are just a few of the endless options. The proposed expansion embraces the outdoor space. This way, a central green space with various pockets is created. To create a feasible transition, the design is split into different stages, each with different budgets. The short-term steps only require minimum investment. Some more high-budget developments are proposed on the long term. Rather than a definitive solution, different entities are proposed as part of a participative design. Here the companies can thrive in the productive hub. They can get the chance to develop themselves as well as the new collaboration. The project won't stop here but will continue to evolve along organically with BC Materials and Architects and Sonian Wood Cooperative.